Hello everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about my radio show today that has a great topic, Reinvent Yourself, and talking about how to participate in your personal transformation. You know, there is a great writer, the Irish playwright, George Bernard Shaw, who said life isn't about yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So life is truly a creation of your own self. And in this creation, the number one law of the universe is the law of transformation. So you participate in this transformation. You need to be a participant. You need to have a very clear version of yourself in your head, because you're never the same. The person today is not the person that you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago. So as I said, you need to be a participant in your transformation. And the show today talks about how to reinvent yourself, how to create the best version of yourself, how to acknowledge your own transformation and the way events go in life. Like one of life's secrets, as I said, is never stay the same for too long. You cannot be the same. You need to become, you need to transform, you need to be somebody else. And that comes true in relationship, that comes true in your job, that comes true in your skills, your abilities. You're in a constant action and evolution. Life is putting you through different phases. Life is forcing you to go through challenges. And sometimes, you know, to go through your own metaphorical death, or is forcing you to go through separation, divorces, losses, losing a job, losing a home, losing the person you love. And sometimes you're not ready for that process. You don't know how to handle it. And you release all kinds of negativity, and all that toxicity that comes from your negative emotion is actually affecting the way you feel. But sometimes, you know, you're forced to walk away from a relationship. Sometimes you're forced to let go of a job that's not bringing you what you want. And what you need to understand that looking back at what happened to you years later, you acknowledge that experience, as bad as it was at that point, was actually a necessary experience. I'm going to talk to you in a moment. So Andrea, Alexandru, and all of you guys, like, trying to connect with me, I really appreciate you being my friend. And I'm gonna give you my input on your life, but I want to make a point today because my show means a lot to me, and I want you guys to listen. Hi, Anna May from Canada. I will talk a little bit about your finance. Matea, Daniela, Goran, Christina. So you, my wonderful friends, I will try to take as many calls as possible. I'm also going on a live show with Romanian television, so I'll be with them like in 30 minutes. So I need to, hi Maria, hi my sweet lady, you're a sweet lady yourself. We're gonna talk, Christina, about job and money as much as we can. Hi Marius from Romania, I appreciate you guys. Hi Kelly. Wendy, how we're going to talk about your finance in a second. So let me just make my point, because I want you to understand that if something terrible happens to you, if you go to a trauma, if you go through a negative situation, you have to understand that that's part of your transformation. So that is given to you for your own evolution, for your own growth, because we need to go through a process of growing. This has been a great saying. I'm going to read it to you. There's an American author called Daniel Abraham who said, "We say that flowers return every spring, but that's a lie. Flowers don't return every spring. It's true that the world is renewed, but the renewal comes at a price, because the flowers grow but every spring, but they're not the same. Every flower that grows the next spring is untasted, is untried, is new." So in other words, just like the flowers in this quote by Daniel Abraham are going through their own cycles, the cycle of death, rebirth, there are cycle of chaos and order, cycles of action, cycles of stagnation, So don't get trapped in a cycle of stagnation. Please don't get trapped into a cycle of chaos. Humanity is going through a cycle of chaos. The most important thing is to break through, to come together. Collectively, we have more power. That's why the world is all about unity and togetherness, because we can break through cycles of difficulties. And we are not allowed to be stagnant, because then we're not evolving, and stagnation equals death. So if you constantly transform and become somebody else, and if you constantly evolve, every cycle of your life is beautiful, is magic. It brings you something else. It brings you a better understanding. So there are cycles in life, and cycles are a law of life. Everything around us, if you pay attention, happens in cycles. Life is cycle of 9 years, 12 years, then things keep on repeating themselves. So you have to pay attention what happened to you before might happen to you again. So I'm not only here to give you insight about your life, I want to talk to you about what matters, things that will make you reflect, things that will make you wake up, things that will make you grow from listening to this wisdoms of life, you know. Like the word envision, you need to envision your future. Comes from the visionum, which is a Latin word that means, vision means wisdom. So you have the wisdom to see yourself, to see your skill, to see your ability, to never fall apart, never collapse, and never go negative against the things that happen to you. Just take them as a life experience, as difficult as they might seem to be. And we're so trapped into our own personal life, only to step aside from your own personal experience, walk away from your own pain, just to see the bigger picture. That's to integrate yourself in the bigger picture. So the show tonight is talking about, are you ready to reinvent yourself? Which are the steps that you need to take when you're going through a hard time? Which are the steps you need to take? You have to ask yourself every single day, am I ready for a change? Am I comparing myself to other people? Why am I doing this? I'm unique in my own way. I don't need to compare myself. You have to engage your natural abilities. Find your skills. Find your abilities. Believe it or not, you have so many skills and abilities that you're not aware of it. Express gratitude. If you're in a state of gratitude, if you're in a state of content, no matter how hard life can be, then you will create situations and circumstances that will respond to your state of gratitude. You have to believe in yourself wholeheartedly. Believe in you. You are the force. You know, you are the one who you need to trust and believe in your own intuitive mind, in your own abilities, and in your own capacity that you can break through. So dismiss sometimes the extraction, the influences, the outer world. Go into your inner world and find that power. Because in this way, you look towards your life purpose. When you have a purpose, you know what I mean? You feel fulfilled. And that's why we're talking. So if you listen to my show tonight, it's a radio station called Home Time Radio, and it's my own weekly show. And you can call in. It's a call-in show, 202-570-7057. And my producer, Christopher, will take your calls. And we guys are going to talk about, hi, Karen. You asking me whether working with my spiritual mediumship is right for you. Absolutely. It's always right to work with your ability. An ability of seeing what's in front of you and what goes beyond your touch, beyond your sensory, into the realm of the infinite possibilities, into the realm of the other side, into the realm of spirituality is always beneficial. So I really want you to consider this. Anne-Marie Pasquin, I hope I pronounced it correctly. Hi, Anne-Marie, you live in Toronto. You want to know about your love life. I want to ask you if in your life you went through an experience of a separation, which I really believe that's what could have happened to you. Now you're in a very good year when love is coming to you. Because if I'm supposed to look at your codification from a Kabbalistic point of view, from the Pythagorean concept of time, you're in the year what is considered the year of love. And if you said, well, I'm deprived for love, I've been deprived for 5 years, but not anymore. So there's somebody coming into your life from now on to fall the sort of the end of the year, during the fall, and it can be all the way to the spring of the next year. My opinion is right around the holidays, at an event, you meet somebody who's tall, he's a little bit bold. So that's the image I have of this man, very charming. He went through sort of similar experiences like you did. But this is a man who's going to change your outlook of life, and financially in the next 2 years, you're going to do better than you've ever done, because you entered the most powerful pinnacle of your life, which is bringing you more recognition and more financial power. But you went through your own transformation in the last number of years. Wendy, you asking me about your husband. I think that your husband is a little bit confused in I don't know if I'm right, but you have to tell me whether, and write me back and tell me whether this is the way you see him. Confused about his direction. Like sometimes it can happen to all of us that we don't know which way we're going. So I feel like he wants to participate in changing something about his career, but he's not sure. It's almost like he has two opportunities. It's like going one way or the other way. It all depends which way he wants to go. I see him partnership with a man who has an MW name. And I see him partnership with somebody who will be very instrumental, somebody who's 2-3 years old younger than him. And I think that would be a better choice than working for somebody else, because he's going to be able to generate better income. And you need to empower him, make him believe in himself. So that's very, very significant. Hi, Andrea. So you don't give me your birthday, only your partner's birthday, which I should say is somebody who wants a family, who wants to have children, especially I think you're going to have 2 kids, who's also having his own independence. He loves his freedom. I think that if you take him for who he is and acknowledge who he is and the level of frequency at which he operates, I believe that that's going to be the way to go. You know, in life, we cannot be stressing ourselves about relationship. We need to take them very easy, with a lot of wisdom, with a lot of understanding of our partners, and give them chance up to a limit in which you see there's not too much you can do, but you have to do it. Because if, for instance, you run away from a relationship and you say, I don't have the time, this person is not what I want, 10 years later, you've been trying a million versions of relationship, none of them work. Because you have to do your part. You have to do it up to a point in which you karmically evolve through the process. So that's very powerful. So Andrea, that should be my advice to you with your partner. Try to know him for who he is. Hi, Claudia. You have an interesting year in which I will not necessarily take a major decision about a marriage or a child. So I'll wait till the spring of the next year, when things fall in place and they bring you all the balance and the stability that you need. You will have children, there's no doubt in my mind. You're such a lovely soul, very creative. You have a talent, a creativity that hasn't been used lately. So go inward a little bit and try to figure it out. Hi, Sally Nunga, how are you, my love? I love you, Sally. Where are you calling? Where are you reaching me out from? Are you from another continent? It feels like, but I love you, and I want you to know that I wonder whether you have a daughter. That's the first thing that comes in my mind. I wonder whether you have somebody very close to your heart. It's something karmic that needs to happen to you if it didn't happen yet. You have a karma with a grandparent, also very powerful. You meant to be with a man who is a different nationality than you. There is also a karmic experience that's come from you from a previous life. It's so interesting how things can, resonate in our heart that in our own way we cannot acknowledge that we need somebody to open that door that resonates. Ellie Ebadi. My radio station is called Home Time Radio. It's a station in Washington, D.C. And the number, if you want to call in, Ellie, I would really appreciate you calling the show, is 202-570-7057. 202-570-7057. I'm doing this show for almost a year and I love this station. I have a great producer of the show. His name is Christopher. So when you call in, you can ask Mr. Christopher, Carmen Harra wants me to be on the show, so I have questions for her, so feel free to call in. Call in like around 2 hours, exactly 2 hours from now. And you will be in and you will be my guest on the show, and we can talk freely about you and about what matters for you most. And if you have any questions about the topic today that talks about reinventing, evolution of yourself, of your soul, of your spirit, and finding yourself through the process of life, then this is a topic that might interest you, so feel free to call in. Hi, Karen Johnson. I love you, Karen, and I thank you back. Mwah. I love you back, and I'm glad that you are listening. And as I said, if you want to be the guest on my show today, I mean, the invited to participate in my show, not really a guest. I don't have guests. It's only me doing the show, at least today. I usually have interesting guests. Some of my colleagues at Hay House, people who are amazing in the field of relationships, spirituality, mysticism. I'm bringing all kinds of people in because but tonight it's only me, so we're talking about this great topic. So Karen, if you want, there's something I can do for you, Karen, feel free to send me a message and I will respond. Daniela, you live in Houston. You're meant to have 2 kids. I don't know if you have them. You have longevity, which is a great thing to know. You have actually a very interesting year of moving eventually. I don't know if you thought about moving out of Houston or out of the area or out of the home that you are in and building a better location. There's also a change in work, Diana. So think about if Houston is your final destination, or you're willing to change the area or move in a different direction. So I kind of want you to know that. Hi, Angelica Maria. You live in Tenerife. Oh my God. Should you move to Hawaii or US? Yeah, you will. I feel you will move because you lived in Tenerife. It makes a lot of sense if we think logically to move to Hawaii, because that's like going to your territory where you've been used to. I see you finally coming through US. I feel very good about your move. You're in year 8, so that's a karmic year that involves change and transformation. So make sure that you don't step in the year 9. Do it during the year 8, because it would be perfect timing to make it happen. And I'm so excited for you because I feel like this move, Angelica, it's gonna bring you a lot of good. So stick with that and make it happen. I think we need to participate in making things happen. It's important for you to acknowledge what you can or cannot do. So Elena Andrada, so the name of the station is called Om Time, Om from Om Padre Hum, the mantra. Om Padre Hum, so you heard this mantra being said a million times. There's another, Num Yoge Renge Kyo, Num Yoge Renge Kyo. If you repeat those mantras, they break through frequencies. That's why the Hindu people, they do mantras all the time by repeating certain sounds that operate at the vibrational level. So Om Time Radio, it's a station in Washington, D.C. The number to call is 202-570-7057, 202-570-7057. And Christopher is my producer of the show. So when you call in as Mr. Christopher, I'm on the show. I want to call on the show for Carmen Harra, so she suggested I should call. So you're going to be connected with me. It's going to be a lot of fun to talk together. So Andrada, beautiful lady, feel free to call me tonight. I'm so excited. Geo, kisses from UK. I love UK. My favorite people from that part of the world. I love you guys. Please invite me there. Invite me. I'd love to come one day. just to participate in a discussion, in a conference, and work with you guys directly and answer all your questions. Matea Pedersen. Hi, beautiful Matea. So let's see where you are in your life right now. You're at the end of a life cycle. So exactly what I said, the life comes in cycles of life. And when a cycle is over, there's a new beginning, like it's a rebirth of yourself. So you're about to give birth to yourself again, somewhere around the spring of the next year, right around your birthday, towards the end of the spring in 2019. Now you're closing a lot of doors. So make sure all those doors are closed. You don't bring any of the energy of the past into your future. So make sure you you do this as soon as possible, because you acknowledge this. So the turnaround in your life starts somewhere as we're stepping into next year, primarily the spring of the next year. I don't know if you guys realize, but things happen right around your birthday. A lot of things happen right around your birthday or half a year later from your birthday. So you consider making a change, consider the year you are in, so that you know what can happen or cannot happen based on your codification and where you are in your life right now. So that's very, very powerful. Remy, Sophie, you share my life in so many social pages. I am so grateful. Listen, Remy, you are a sweetheart. I appreciate all your positive energy. You know, when you do something good that you believe from your heart, we used to say that it comes back to you, because every intention that we put in the universe is coming back to us. So it's important to understand that everything we plant in the universe resonates, and the universe mirrors our intention back to us. So I'm glad that you're doing this. I'm very grateful. Something I can do for you back. I'm here anytime you need me. Guys, you know I'm here because it's such a pleasure to believe that you can do something good, something useful, something that somebody can benefit. So what I'm trying to say is that I am here with the purpose of showing you what I've learned through life and what is my understanding of life. And I'm at a certain age, at 60-something-year-old, I feel better than ever. I feel like I've learned so much, and when you learn, you apply it. Most likely, I understand that life is about change and transformation. Christina Mania, your future husband, is he in America? I'm tempted to say he might be. Did you meet anybody from here? It's very possible that you do. And most likely, I feel that from now on to the fall of 2019, you will actually travel to meet somebody. I think the person that you're supposed to be with is somebody who you meet while traveling. So digest and take in this information and make it happen. Make it happen. Make the trip of your life and find the man of your life, which is definitely going to happen. Many things wonderful are happening to you, Christina. You're so beautiful. You have all this beauty that is coming in your divine codification. So I want you to know that everything that's in our divine codification is expressed in the way we look, in the way we talk, in the way we present ourselves. So I think this is something that you guys should consider thinking about it. I want to see if there's somebody else I need to talk to. I'm going to go on a TV show right now for like 15 minutes, and then in exactly 2 hours I'll be on the radio. So Mihaela Diana Popa, yeah, things are going to be okay at work. Not to worry. We worry too much, and when we worry so much, then we put our fear in. Don't allow the negative emotions like fear, anxiety. Anxiety is that sense of not knowing, that sense of lack of confidence. You cannot afford to have anxiety. You need to be in control. You need to be control of your emotion. I know it's easy to say and very hard to do, but when I'm talking on the show today, I'm having some great principle how to create the best version of yourself. I'm just looking through my script because I spent some time to put it together. So I talk about how to reevaluate what's true for you, about the self-reflection. So self-reflection is critical in establishing a relationship with yourself. Then I talk about how to plan a strategy and how to check on your emotions, because we don't know how to check on our feelings. We allow our feelings to take over, you know, and your vision of yourself is clouded by emotions when they are involved. So you don't see anything clearly when your own feelings are taking over. So I talk about how to check, how to control emotions, because emotions are impacting your physical self, are affecting you at the cellular level, and diseases, many of them have the foundation of the disease on uncontrolled emotions. I will show you how to envision your outcome along the way. So when you create a vision, you have to know how to stick with the vision and how to build it from the ground up. I will talk about how not to repeat mistakes. We tend to do the same mistakes, same thing. We see the American president doing the same thing over and over and over. We don't want to repeat things, unhealthy things. We want to break through. So let me see if there's somebody else I need to respond. Hi, Sorona Carol. Hi, my love. Your health. You should not worry that much because you have longevity. You have the planet of karma, and that helps you live a long life. I know it's the quality of life and how you live life. So I should say that you need to pay attention to your circulation, like having to do with, I don't know if you have a little bit of a speeding heart, like a tachycardia. Tell me if that's bothering you. I don't know if you sleep well. A little bit of a thyroid, but nothing major. Not to be worried. It's nothing to be worried. Rami, you're asking me about your relationship. I feel like as we're stepping into next year, you go to a karmic year. Then you're going to meet somebody. So wait till somewhere end of the year, beginning of the next year. Then you're going to meet an extraordinary person. So I need to go for that. Let me see who else I have. Bianca, you're asking me about having kids within a year and 4 months. So that's very soon. So be prepared. And I have to go to the other show. So I will let you go. And I'll talk to you next week.